Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the last day of the year. I wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. We've had so much going on in the last 3 weeks at Casino Income Academy. It's been crazy. We had the launch a few weeks back, that special launch that I didn't even know that we were going to be able to do with the 410 project for craft strategies, and that's going to come into play in today's video. We have had the major launch of our utility site that's in beta launch phase right now, which is casinostrategiesgpt.com, right over here. And a lot of you have taken advantage of the beta code, so you can get in here and start using everything. And we have an entire playlist in the YouTube channel just to teach people how to use the initial utilities. And it's already been a huge success for Casino Compound Calculator. And how many people are having a ball using the Casino Compound Calculator as part of your game planning to kind of get a glimpse in the future and give you that inspiration of where you could be with just tiny ROI, tiny interest, instead of looking for crazy interest from every, from every session. I've shown you guys a video, and we're going to do a lot more videos and have a lot more fun with the Casino Compound Calculator. Many of you are jumping in and starting to learn how to use the AI strategy bot in here and using it to understand odds and concepts and strategies and testing things even further. So there's a bunch of videos to get started in the that playlist for Casino Strategies GPT. You can find everything in the description. This is in beta launch. You have to have the beta launch code to get in to be able to register as a full user. Everything is free, and play around with the initial stuff in here. If you need the beta launch code, make sure that you sign up for the newsletter on casinoincomeacademy.com, and then just send us a support ticket that says, hey, I want to get access to the new website, and we will give you the beta code to get in and get rolling and have fun in there during the beta launch. All right, so let's talk about it. So here we go. We're going to be doing a demo with a little twist today of one of our buddies. You guys know Waylon from Waylon's Way Craps with Alicia. Waylon is awesome when it comes to craps. He specializes just in doing crap strategies. He's been around for a number of years. He's a friend of CIA, and we absolutely love his stuff. Him and his girlfriend do videos all the time. You see us demoing some of this stuff. We think very, very much alike. He's our brother from another mother. He does things in a very precise, probability-based way like we do. He doesn't play like a lunatic. He's playing to win, playing tight with great money management, and there's a lot to be learned from us and from Waylon. So yesterday, he released a video called the Down by Half with the 410. You can see this on Waylon's Way Craps with Alicia. And the reason I'm doing this is a couple of things. Number one, this is an awesome strategy. We've done so much with the 410. And as you guys know, we recently released, this is over at our website, Casino Income Academy, the digital course section. Our last release was the 410 project, which is craps and bubble crap strategies that we reviewed for months and put through the ringer to put together some of the best 410 based strategies on the planet. Well, the strategy that Waylon showed yesterday is a variation of a 410. Well, it is a 410 strategy, but a variation in terms of money management that is awesome. And it's so freaking simple. As you guys know, if you've been watching the videos, the people that bought the 410 project just a few weeks ago, we are getting rave reviews of people that are using this and rotating the strategies in here into their regular rotation of strategies, along with the strategies from the AI Bubble Craps blueprint right here. All right. So, and there's something else I may as well mention. There is a craps strategy that's in our core course, this Casino Diversification Toolbox. It's called Lay 410 Magic, and it is related to what I'm going to show you today. It's a different variation of what I'm going to show you today. And there are hybrid versions and different versions of using the 410. Well, this is one of them that Waylon showed. So what I'm going to do without any further delay is I'm going to show you what Waylon showed you. Oh, but before that, I want to mention one more thing. So we have introduced for a limited amount of time, this is an entry-level product with us. So the reason we did this is for other platforms that we're getting involved with and other ways of introducing people to what we do here at the Academy, where we take it seriously, that you can use the games to be able to make paychecks, side hustle money, and of course, ramp up your tier levels in the casino as well as with the cruises. We wanted something that was a little different than anything we've done before. This has been my pet project for months, to be honest with you. This has been months to be able to get to this point. Nothing is ever easy. And we have a special link to these. It's not, you can't get to it from the regular menu on the website, just so you know. So there's a special link below to get to these. They're going to be available for you guys for a limited amount of time. And that is these cheat sheets. Okay, there's one for craps and there's one for what do you call it? For roulette. Okay, and the way that these things work is it's the first time anybody's ever done anything like this. So on one side is the basics, the odds of the game, the payouts and things like that. No big deal. But on the other side are, how many did we put on here? 6 strategies on the craps, bubble craps cheat sheet, and 6 strategies on the roulette. Now, the way that you can get to these strategies is through a special QR code on each one of the strategies that takes you to the full videos that explain how that strategy works, with bonus materials and all kinds of stuff. So we created these for people to introduce ourselves, the Academy, to an entirely new audience. So here's the thing. They are dirt cheap for now. I think on the website with the link below, they're about $13. Now, what we're doing is to make it available to you guys, these are downloads. So you're getting the cheat sheets. You're getting the cheat sheets as a download instant product. The other way that we're selling these is the actual laminated cheat sheets. They're physically being sent out to people that order them, but you guys can get them instantly and see this entirely new way that we're bringing people into the fold as a student and introducing them to what we do, how we teach on these videos, how the bigger courses work, things like that. So these are limited edition cheat sheets at this price. And we're going to be coming out with volumes of them. So once these are gone, a certain amount are sold, they're gone. There will be new volumes throughout the year that will introduce to those people that bought the original cheat sheets. So if you want to help out the Academy, these things cost a fortune. And I don't mean the paper and the laminating. I mean to create the graphics, to create everything with the QR codes going to the things and blah, blah, blah. Everything costs money. So if you want to help us, you can certainly look below. You can buy one for yourself, or for the holidays here, you can buy one, download it, and send it to a friend or somebody that you know that goes on cruises on a regular basis as a holiday gift just for them. So I highly recommend. Right now we have the Craps Volume 1 and we have a Roulette one right now. And those are only going to be available, like I said, for a limited time. All right, so let's get back to it, guys. Here we go. And this is going to be very interesting, because I'm gonna show you what Waylon shows you in the video, the 410 reduction. That's what I call it. That's the way I've taught this before. But I'm going to do it with a twist. And I'm going to do it with a twist. Something that we use when we do 410 versus the 7 stuff. I've mentioned this before, and I think Waylon will like this as well. So here's what happens, guys. What we do, and in the spreadsheet, the custom spreadsheet that we have that goes with the lay 410 magic, that's in the casino diversification toolbox, it's an automated thing. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use a piece of paper, basically. Let me see if I can pull this up. We're just going to do this the old-fashioned way so that you can do this in the casino. While you play, you would be able to do this very same thing. All right. Let me make this smaller. So you don't need a spreadsheet. If you're a real coding genius there, you can do this on a Google Sheet. And you can do this right on your phone when you're playing Bubble Craps or any of the Roll to Win stuff or electronic. And it's really simple. So the strategy is really easy to do. And I'll show you the basics. So what happens is Waylon is doing this, and I'll do it the same amount as him. I did it for the same $5,000 bankroll. I don't think you really need a $5,000 bankroll to play this, but you know me, I'm always safe, and so is Waylon. You can definitely get away with playing this for a hell of a lot less. And I want you to know that I do this on Bubble Craps and Roll to Win tables all the way dummy down to $6 each. But I'm going to do on the 4 and the 10. I'm going to do it at the bigger boy level like Waylon did. So if you guys watch his video, which I highly recommend, you'll see the same kind of math. All right. But remember, you can do this at anything that you can cut down by half. So you can do this. We're going to do this at the $50 with $25 units. He was doing this. Oh, come on. That's not what I meant to do. He was doing a $50 buy on the 4 and a $50 buy on the 10 like this. And then after a win, he was going to reduce that like this to 25. Now, the math is incredible. So I've explained this before, but I will do it again. The beauty of the math that everybody now knows, the magic behind the 4 and 10 versus the 7. The 4 and 10, when you're on the light side, when you're looking for the 4 or the 10 to happen, these pay basically double when they hit, right? So you're getting paid double on these. Now, when you look at the odds and the probabilities using 2 dice, this has 3 ways to be made. This has 3 ways to be made. In total, there are 6 ways to make the 4 or the 10 in combination. The negative number, the bad number, the casino number in this case is the 7 out. The 7 has, guess how many ways to be made? The same thing, 6. All right? So what we're doing here is we're looking for one hit on either the 4 or 10. There's 6 ways to make them. 6 ways to make the 7. And as soon as you do that, you're going to reduce your bet down by half and therefore protect yourself in that way. So you do not have to have the 4s and 10s outpacing the 7s by much or at all. Understand what I'm saying? Now, if you lose when you have the total amount, the 50 and 50, or 10 and 10, or 6 and 6, whatever, before you do the half reduction, you'll use a ladder, and that's what Waylon is doing, and that's what we would do as well. Okay, we would ladder up, right? We would ladder up. So that's exactly the way that this is played. All right, so here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, you really would not ladder up once you reduce down. So once you get down to the reduction phase, the 25 and 25, if you lose, you've already made your money. You're good to go. You're not laddering up once you get to that phase. You're just going to restart. All right? All right. So what we're going to do that Waylon was not doing, here's the key. We're going to use the meter system, the 410 versus the 7. And I'm going to show you real quickly what that means. All right? We're going to keep track of how many fours, combinations of 4s and 10s versus 7s. And we're going to use it, and I'm going to just show you how to use it as a trigger. All right? And we use this as a trigger. You can use it as much as you want, as little as you want. But again, it's basically putting a little more emphasis on giving you a little more potential edge when you jump in. So watch what I mean by this. So let's take these down, and I'm going to do a quick example of this. And you can play it straight without doing this, just like Waylon's doing. And it's amazing. I just wanted to show you guys and Waylon the little bit of a wrinkle that's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to keep track. This is a brand new Crapsy field here. We have no roll distribution going on. There's no 4s and 10s or 7s. So watch this.
10 easy.
Okay, that's funny. So right away on the first one. So we're gonna put this down as a, you know what we're gonna do? I don't normally do this. So we're gonna put it down as a 1. All right, here. And this will be our 4 and 7 row. Hold on 1 second. So we'll do 4 so we don't screw it up royally. Okay. And then we'll make this one any way you want to put it on the page. I don't really care. And let's make this a little bit smaller. Let me move myself over for a minute, guys. And let's make this, I know it's going to be smaller to see, but trust me, I'll tell you what it is. All right, there we go. We'll move me back over here. And here we go. Whoops. Okay. Reopen that. We don't need to see the entire thing over there. So now what I'm showing you with the meter system is that the 4 and 10s are outpacing the 7s 1-0, right? That's the point of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example of how we use that to jump in when the rubber band gets stretched in the opposite direction in this case. So what we're looking for in the meter concept is that we know it will, anomalies happen where it gets stretched in one direction or other. More 410s or more 7s. Because we're playing on the light side with this system, we use the meter for other things. But we're going to look for the rubber band to get stretched on the 7 side, which means that we're going to jump in hoping that the math works out, that it pulls back to the norm mathematically to the 410s. So let's just keep going. We're not making any bets.
11.
Right? We're not making any bets right now.
2 craps.
Just so I could show you the way the meter works if you want to use it.
6 hard.
All right? The only thing we're looking for is 4s,
8 easy.
10s, and 7s.
Fever 5. 5 fever.
And of course we have no 4s, 10s, and 7s.
Winner 10.
There we go. So the 4s and 10s right now are outpacing, right? Outpacing the 7s. Now, you know that's never going to happen for very long. We know that, right? So here we go. So we're going to wait for the 7s.
4 easy.
Okay, they're definitely outpacing it. So it's 3-0 right now, right? 3 times the 4 or the 10 has hit without a 7. Here we go.
Nina 9. 7 out.
Okay. You knew that was coming, right? So now it's a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's in the wrong direction. We want to jump in. We want to use this as a meter when putting it in our favor. So we're going to keep going.
7 winner.
See how the rubber band is coming back. As always, that's the beauty of the relationship between the 4s and 10s and the 7s. So now it's only a 3-to-2 ratio. How much you want to bet that completely reverses pretty quickly?
Midnight.
When you understand this relationship, when you keep track of the 4s, 10s, and 7s, this is one of the secret formulas that we use in the 410 project, but we use it in many different ways because all of the strategies are based on this relationship, so to speak.
7 out.
Okay, so there we go. So now we're back to a break even on the rubber band, 3 and 3.
Hard 4.
Now it's still outpacing it by a little bit. So we're going to put another one here. It's 4-to-3.
8 easy. Easy 6. 8 easy. 8 easy.
Okay. And we'll
winner 4.
There you go. So it's still outpacing it. So there's a lesson to be learned here. Because many times you guys, especially my craps players, know that this gets reversed dramatically at times and the rubber band gets stretched, right? The rubber band gets stretched. Right now, I'm showing you the rubber band is stretched with the 4-10s winning out over the 7s. So if you would have played it right away and jumped out, you would already have made whatever your win target was. So if you watch Waylon's video, this would have been a great situation. But I want to show you it's not always like that. So the reason we use the meter is it's another tool that we use to gauge where we're at. And how you use it, there's multiple ways. So let's keep going.
Fever 5. Nina. Easy 6. 3 craps.
All right. We're looking for just 4 10s and 7s.
Nina. Yo 11.
But the actual
9.
system, and we'll play it. I'll show you what it looks like. It's not that I'm not going to play it.
8 easy.
Would already have crushed it here, by the way.
7 out.
Okay, so here we go again. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4s and 7s versus 4 7s. So we're at a +1. If you want to look at this as a count, we're at a +1 right now. We want to be in a minus situation to use this in our favor.
6 easy. Nina 9. 3 craps.
All right, come on.
10 easy.
Okay, we're in a +2 situation. So it's not helping us. Well, it's helping us to show you the relationship, but it's not allowing us to jump in if we're going to use the meter at the moment.
Nina 9.
But I hope you guys are understanding, and if it doesn't happen soon, I'll basically explain to you how we use the meter.
7 out.
Okay, here we go. So now we're at a 6-to-5 ratio. Let's see if the 7...
Hard 4.
Nope. Look at that. The 4s and 10s are really outpacing it. Now, you can look at the roll distribution. Obviously, this isn't going to be there if you're doing this live. So you can see the 4, this is set 7 together. The 4 and the 10 have 7, and the 7 has 5. So it's a +2 in favor of the 4s and 10s.
4 winner.
Wow. Look at that. All right, let me move this over. All right, so there's another one. So we're still at a plus on the 4s and 10s. And the way that we normally want to utilize this is that we want to jump in when it's a minus situation. The same way like right now. Now, let me tell you the opposite of this without giving away too much. This can be used, and it is used by us, to signify the rotation of other systems. hint, hint, if we're using a 7-base system, guess what? This is triggering us to do what? To jump into our 7-base system, because the rubber band is going to snap back in that direction. So this would trigger us to go the opposite direction and use one of our 7-based or dark strategies. But for this video, we're only using the meter to utilize the 410 reduction. Okay? So do you understand the power of this meter? The power of this simple math. Now, the next question you're going to ask me is, well, what do you wait for? Well, that's up to each person to make that decision. Remember, the casino is a solo sport. But what I do at times, depending on how patient I'm going to be, is let's say I was going to use this the opposite way. That I was either going to go with the 410 strategy that I'm going to show you now, or I'm going to go with a 7 strategy. So let's say that I gave it 10 to 15 results, 10 to 12 results, right? I waited 10 to 12 results. And let's say that my mark for the rubber band was going to be 4 or more differential, right? So if I'm looking at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's a 3 differential. So let's just see what happens.
3 craps.
Let's see what happens here.
7 winner.
Okay. So it may be coming back now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only a 2 differential now. But let's say that it was another 4 and 10. That would have made it 9 to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. 9 to 5. So that would have been my 4 differential. So if that was the mark that I was looking for after testing, that you felt that's what you wanted to do, that was your stretch point. If that was my stretch point, that was my key, was a -4, which means I'm going to go with a 7 strategy against the 4s and 10s, I would jump in with a dark strategy against the 4s and 10s, right, with the 7s. If this was reversed, which is what we were trying to get it to do, but it didn't cooperate, that would be my signal to do the strategy I'm going to show you now. Okay, so that's how we use the 410. How patient are you? Do you want to wait for a -5 or a +5 in one direction to jump in so that it's even more stretched, the rubber band? Well, that makes it even stronger, right? Maybe you're not as patient, and you're only willing to do a minus or a +3 to decide which strategy you're going to use of the 4, 10, or the 7. So I wanted to show you guys this concept. And believe me, this concept emerged over years and years of me playing this game. This concept is at the core of all the 410 strategies versus the 7. Not all the 410 combo strategies, but 410 strategies that are really focused on versus the 7. As well as the 7 strategies, dark side, versus the 410. So even though this is not in our favor right now, I'm going to show you now, so that the video is not too much longer, the actual strategy that Waylon used. But I want you to know the power of the meter. All right, so what he was doing was this, and it doesn't matter about the puck or anything else. We don't care. We're going to use the 50, and he had a $5,000 bankroll. Again, I play this all the way down. You can play this for a $6 4 and a $6 10 if you're playing on electronic, right? Because they can pay out pennies or whatever. You don't have to worry about it being, by 5s or 10s or anything like that. If you're playing this on a traditional table, whatever the minimum bet is on the 4 and 10, but you have to be able to place half. Because remember, this is going to reduce by half. So that's why we're using the 50. If it's a $5 min table, you can do a $10 4 and a $10 10 because you can still go down to 5 and 5, right? If it's a $10 minimum table, you can do 20 and 20. So we're going to do it at the big boy level. He was looking to make $400 or $500 on his $5,000 bankroll. I'm going to tell you, you guys know that for me, that's too much. I don't look for a 10% gain on any session. So I believe that's pushing it too much. That's just me. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You set your own win targets. But for me, if I was using $4,000 or $5,000 in bankroll and I was playing at this level, I'd be calling it a day every $200-$300. Honestly, that's just me. That's just me. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
Fever 5.
And we'll still keep track of this on the meter.
8 easy.
All right, we're only interested in 4s, 10s, and 7s.
Yo 11. Yo 11.
All right.
10 easy.
All right, there you go. So let's put another 1 here. So they're still getting outpaced. The 7 is still getting outpaced. And you know that's not going to continue. But the beauty of it is, if you didn't use the meter in this specific situation, you'd be long gone already. Look at this. Long gone. Do you know how hard it is when you're getting a 2-to-1 payout after you've had 4s and 10s hit just a few times for you not to hit your win target? You're already at $100. Look, it's $98 with 1 shot here. Now, here's the key. The reduction. The minute either one hits, you're going to reduce down to half. And now you're good to go.
Nina 9.
It's that simple,
Yo
guys.
11.
Math, not
Nina
magic.
9. Easy 6. 8 easy. 4 easy.
Okay, it's really outpacing the 4s and 10s in this session so far. Look at that. So we made more money. We made another. Hold on, I can't see that. That's annoying. We made another $49. Okay, $49. We're at $147. For me, like I told you, even if I'm playing at this big boy level, I'm still looking for around. I'd be looking for that $200, $250. I wouldn't be looking for the $500, but you guys need a test just like anything else. And we're going to stay at the 25 until it loses.
Nina 9. 8 easy.
It would be nice to hit it again, right?
10 easy.
Oh my God. The 4s and 10s are massively out producing. Look at this. 6 and 5 is 11. 11 combo 4 10s versus only 6 7s. I'm telling you, there's no doubt about it that at some point here, the 7s are going to start coming back with a vengeance. But the moral of the story is you're already at almost the $200. If I played 3 or 4, I've only had, what is it showing here? All right. Well, that's 55 rolls in total. But that was with the ones we weren't playing. We've only probably seen, 6 rolls, 10 rolls since we put money down. And we're already at our $200. I'd be hitting the bricks so fast it's unbelievable. But let's keep going.
4 easy.
Oh my God. Wow. So it's now 12 4s and 10s. 12 4s and 10s versus only 6. The rubber band is stretched. If you were watching the meter, let me tell you something, guys. I would be switching sides and moving to the dark side. And one of the dark side Project 410 strategies rapidly. But that's not what this video is about. We're showing this simple system.
7 out.
All right, finally. The 7 finally came alive somewhere. All right, we're up 195. Remember, we lost the 25 and 25 that were out there, but we don't care because that's the point of the reduction. Okay? If you were to win that fast and get to 200, I'm just telling you how I play. I'm done. that session is closed. Any session that is that easy, for me, overrides my win target. You understand what I'm saying? Overrides the win target as long as it's within a distance. I told you 250, 300, whatever. We're at about $200 now, and we had no setbacks, and it was that fast. I'm taking this first 200, and it's gone. I'm pulling a check right out of the roll to win or the bubble craps or anything. It's gone right now. Okay, that's in the books. They ain't getting it back. All right, so let's do it again. And I know that I told you in real life, I'd be looking very closely at the meter, right? And I'd be looking very closely when I come back, and I'm looking at 10 to 15 results using the meter to determine whether I'm still on this side or whether the rubber band has switched where I'm on the dark side, right? You know, it all depends on where I'm at. Right now, if this meter was the way it is and I walk back over to the table and evaluated with virtual bets, just evaluating, I'd be starting on the dark side, okay? But this video is just showing you this system. So here we go.
Nina, Nina.
All right, we're looking for the 410 so we can do the reduction.
7 out.
Okay, we didn't get it this time, right? We didn't get it. So we're going to go up. And we're going to be at 100.
7 winner.
Okay, we got killed again, right? Now, remember, what did I show you with the 410 meter? If this was in play, I would not have gone out with a system that's using the 410s. I would switch to the dark side system. But I just want to show you how this plays out, the system that Waylon showed. So this is going to go up to 300, like so.
Nina, Nina. 7 out.
All right, killed. So the moral of the story is the importance of the 410 meter, right? That's what you've learned in this situation, right? Now, the system would have made a bunch of money here. So I don't want you to take away from this that the system doesn't work. Watch Waylon's video. This system is incredible, all right? It is incredible. It works phenomenal, right? The reduction system where once you win once, you go down, all right? We would have finished with that win. Now, let me explain something to you. We wouldn't have even been playing right now because if you were playing the straight system, you would have won how much money with the 4s and 10s getting stretched on the basic system. Okay? So this is because I went against my own rule in real life, which was after I completed the scenario, I would have waited for this to be outstretched, right? So let's go ahead and do this again. That was like 3 7s in a row, I think. So let's see what it is now. The 4s were 7, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so there you go. So there would be 12 now. Let's get rid of this 12, and I'm going to show you the power of this again. And the 7s are at 10. We were all the way stretched, I think, at one point to about 4 was the max, right? It was a plus 410. It was a 410 plus 4 at one point. So you see now we're down to what? A plus 2 410, the count, right? So watch this again, and we'll do it one more time. Again, I never would have allowed this to happen because we wouldn't have jumped back out there with the base system with that much of it being stretched, okay? We would have made our $200 like we did, even though even though I went out there to show you that, even though it was stretched. You understand? So let's do it again. Let's throw some more out there and see what happens.
Yo 11. Fever 5. Nina 9. 8 easy.
All right. We're only looking for 4 tens
3
and
craps.
7s.
10 easy.
Okay. So now you're at a 13, right? It's a 3 difference.
3 craps.
And again, it's not about showing you a miracle system. It's about showing you the concept. You can watch Waylon's video. He made $500 doing this without the meter. It is amazing. The math works great. The reduction works great. I'm just showing you something in addition to just showing you the concept.
Yo 11. 8 easy.
The system by itself works fantastic.
Yo 11. Boxcars.
All right. We're looking for a 4, 10, or a 7.
7 out.
All right. So now the rubber band is stretched 13 to 11. Let's look for
Fever
1 here.
5. Nina. 3 craps. Nina 9. Winner 5. 4 easy.
Okay. So this whole video, the 4 10s have been ahead of the 7s. So if you would have played the reduction strategy even without the video, you would have won money over the course of this video without any doubt about it due to the reduction, the half reduction. Okay? So let's make that completely clear. Now, what I'm showing you in the video is the use of the meter keeping track and gauging which side is being stretched to either use the 410 reduction strategy or another 410 type strategy on the light side, or I'm throwing in the caveat that if you learn other strategies that are on the dark side of the 410 that are part of the 410 project and things like that, you will have a well-rounded potential rotation of using this meter. Not just for this amazing strategy that Waylon showed, but for using other strategies that use the lay bets on the 410 in combinations with other things, and there's all kinds of stuff you can be doing. Okay? And I'm not going to do that here. So now it's been stretched again by 3. You see that? It's still stretched. It's still stretched. So if you're looking just to play this strategy, it's still out of whack too much on this side. And that's why we wouldn't have been in for those losing sessions. That was a 10, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a 10. So we're getting stretched even more now. Look at this. Look at this. 4, right? So I'll show it again, even though it's completely out of whack, which means we're not watching the meter.
10 easy.
Okay, there's the win again. And I'm showing you this just to show you the way to play the actual system. We reduce down to 25. We can't lose.
8 easy. 3 craps. Winner 4.
There you go. So the only time that we would have ever lost in this strategy, if you would have played from the beginning, we've seen 85 rolls over 9 shooters, was only that point where I came back after winning the 200 and didn't pay attention to the meter, jumped in, and there were some back-to-back 7s. Now, what can you do to avoid that as well? Let me give you another possibility. Okay, so that you know. Once the same shooter 7s out, you can stop the losing streak. Here's another one. We virtually wait. We still have to do the ladder, right? If it was on the full loss, the 50 and the 50, we still have to play the ladder on the next one, right? if you're not up money, if you want to ladder up. And you know how I feel about that. No one's forcing you to ladder up, right? No one ever forces you to ladder up if you don't want to. There's no rule that says that. But you can say, I'm only going to allow a shooter to hit me with a 7 once. Now, let me show you some other variations, all right? So now we're at tier 2 because we already reduced.
7 winner.
Ah, see that? No big deal. No big deal, right? Because we did make money. This was up to minus 700 or something crazy like that, right? But we did make money on that shooter. Now, that shooter is done. You can do several things. You can wait for the meter. Obviously, that's the number one method, is to wait for the meter to get out of whack before you jump in. Okay? That's one way of doing it. You can wait for the shooter, for a new shooter. And you say, well, what do you mean? Of course there's going to be a new shooter. It was a 7 out. Well, you're not waiting for the puck to come out. So 7s can happen in this strategy without it being a 7 out. Remember, it could be a come out 7, and it's the same shooter. So that's the situation where I may say, this shooter is not going to beat me twice. He can only beat me once. And I wait. I don't care what happens. I wait for the next shooter. Right? So in this situation, it is a new shooter because it was a 7 out, not a 7 on the come out. Right? So let's just go back out. Forget about the ladder for the moment. And you can watch him ladder up and down on Waylon's video.
Hard 8.
I'm trying to show you extra little tweaks. That's all I'm showing you.
Nina 9.
Let's see if we can reduce again.
3 craps.
Oh, by the way, I think this went up to 12. Yeah, I didn't put that. So now it's a 3. It's a plus 3 on the 410 side.
5 fever.
I think I'm caught up here. I think that's right. I may have missed putting the 410 here. The first 410 where I reduced. But it doesn't matter. You guys.
3 craps. 7 out.
Okay. So there we go. And you would have to go up and ladder up in that situation, right? Because those were both at 50. We did not get to reduce, which means we would have to ladder, right? We would have to ladder, right? So these would have to go up to 100. And again, you can see him laddering in his video.
7 winner.
Ah, dead, right? Dead. So do you understand that there is, and again, why did we lose? The 7s were very close to each other. The 7s are catching up. They're catching up. Right? So do you understand the power of actually being patient and using the meter? That's the point of this. All right? So if you want to see the actual system being played for quite a bit, watch Waylon's video. And you can see how great the actual system is. I know it shows minus 908. Forget about that. Okay? Forget about that. That's not what would have happened if you would have played this straight out the proper way. He would have been long gone with multiple hundreds of dollars before you ever would have gotten into this trouble. You know that because of seeing the beginning of this video. Okay? So this is because I'm trying to show you this, not the way that I would be playing. Because, frankly, if you really want to know the truth, we probably, if we were playing really patient, we never would have even been playing this system. Right? Because it was so far out of whack on the 4s, 10s versus the 7s, I would have been playing a dark side strategy. Right? Some combo dark side strategy that's in the 410 or AI Bubble Crap's blueprint, if you really want to know the truth, right? That would have been where I would have went in my rotation of systems. But this is a great strategy, the half reduction. It's fantastic. I just wanted to put my little spin on it so you can see how you can put this extra layer on top of it of keeping track of the 410s and the 7s. So happy New Year, guys. This is a great strategy. Check it out over on Waylon's channel. Give him a shout out that you were sent over by Jack from Casino Income Academy. Watch the video. He does a beautiful demo of the way that this is played out. And now you can kind of put our little tweak in there and see how you want to use it. And now that you understand the 410-7 meter, you can use this meter for a lot of incredible strategies to put into your rotation. Yes, go back and look at some of those other lay strategies and 7-base strategies that I've shown on this channel and in the courses that we've taught you. And this thing is incredible. Have a great day. We're going to have so much happening on New Year's Day. There's going to be a State of the Union kind of for this channel video coming out. I think it's either New Year's Day or the next day. That's going to explain where we're going, what we're doing, what you can expect from the courses and everything else. And some come to Jesus moments for people that haven't taken the next step, haven't subscribed to our free newsletter, and what you're going to be missing out on, and where our priorities are going to be going into 2026 with the people that are helping us, the people that support us, and the people that really want to take things seriously in the casino. We have so much coming for Baccarat. Yeah, huge Baccarat innovation has happened in the last month and a half that I haven't talked about yet. Huge innovation for Baccarat. It's not just for Baccarat, but that's where you're going to see it happen first. A lot more to come for that scenario. And then that same innovation or breakthrough is going to be used for roulette and craps in the future. So a whole hell of a lot coming. And we'll see you on the next video. Be safe for New Year's Eve, please. And Happy New Year.